Om Arunachala Shiva. Jananim Saradam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukhat Swarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Welcome all to Arunachala. Today we will talk something about Vedanta. As some of you might have visited the website All About Vedanta, you might have gone through the first page of the website, which introduces the topic of Vedanta. As the word suggests, Vedanta means the end portion of Veda, or the essence of Veda. Veda in general consists of Karma Kanda and Jnana Kanda. Karma Kanda is almost 86% of the Veda, which involves rituals, hymns, and various prayers. And Jnana Kanda is the Upanishads, which talk about the knowledge of the individual self and of the universal self, the reality of an individual being and reality of this cosmos. Human beings all through the history have wondered about their existence, their life, and what purpose does life have. Is it just living for a few years and then dying and then no existence after death? Is there some kind of existence after death? These questions have challenged human mind since time immemorial. Many scientists, philosophers, spiritual discoverers, and various other peoples have tried to explore the answers, and they have given various solutions. If a human being doesn't ask these questions, that only means that the existence at the physical level is not very different from an animal being. Those who have bothered by this question also essentially turn to the question as, who am I? Am I just this physical body, or some nervous system, some thoughts, a bundle of emotions, or is there something else to me? So finding out who am I essentially becomes the crucial quest for such spiritual seekers. That is what exactly Vedanta deals with. It is not some philosophy in a theoretical sense, or like a Western philosophy is some system of thought. It is a deep investigation into the very existence of a human being, and to find out whether something immortal is present in a human being or not, something that survives the death of a physical body. Swami Vivekananda in this modern times spread Vedanta throughout the world among all common masses. This system of inquiry, Vedanta, had existed in India for many centuries, but it was restricted to all renouncing monks, those who give up a wealth, family relationship, and any attachment to the world, and those who seriously pursue this path. Only those were allowed to hear the ultimate truth about their existence and the existence of the world. Householders and common masses were thought to be not yet mentally mature and prepared to hear about this truth. But due to various social, political, and historical reasons, Swami Vivekananda and in fact all other modern masters in this age have taught Vedanta to one and all. In fact, Swami Vivekananda, popularly known as Swamiji, is emphatic that this truth needs to be told to each and every soul. And if we see the technological development of this modern age in the last 100-200 years, and the growth of science, it has made human civilization as such, deeply materialistic and attached to human gross body and senses. And as a consequence, the inquiry within and even the basic mental peace is difficult to find in this cacophony of existence. So it is but natural that this truth should be told to each and every being, whether he finds himself capable to pursue this inquiry or not. Once the truth is heard, through life experiences, he or she will ponder over this, and as life teaches its life lessons, he will or she will probe within himself or herself to check the validity of these Vedantic statements. So what does the Vedanta say? Vedanta says that each and every being is essentially immortal, pure consciousness bliss, that is devoid of body, mind, nervous system, emotions, thoughts. It is just pure existence, which is consciousness itself and bliss itself. And that real existence of each and every being is also the real nature of the world that is perceived through the senses or the mental thought world. It is the basis out of which thoughts, emotions, perceptions, even the physical body and the world comes into being, appears to exist separate from each other, and then back again goes into that infinite pure consciousness self. That is the real nature of each and everybody and of every object seen in the world. If this is the truth, then why do 99% of humanity do not realize it? Why do they feel that they are limited bodies or individuals within the body, and each and every being is separate from themselves, and the world, which is vast and huge, with skies, seas, trees, and millions of insects and animals, each separate and having that separate existence yesterday, today, and tomorrow in time. This is something due to Vedanta, which Vedanta calls as Maya. Maya, Swami Vivekananda famously says, is not some theory, but it is a statement of facts. This is what we experience. Then if this is our experience and experience of millions of people, then how can it be that there is only one consciousness underlying everyone and everything? For this, Vedanta gives us two-step solution, so to say, something called Vyavaharik Satya and Paramarthik Satya. Vyavaharik Satya is the relative existence when there is thoughts, emotions, perceptions, body, and the sense of separation. But that exists only if deeper inquiry within oneself is not carried out. If through spiritual inquiry, meditation, one probes within oneself, then one finds that what Vedanta is saying is true. One is essentially that consciousness. Only the thoughts, emotions, perceptions, body, and the external world appears to exist in that consciousness. This seems to be somewhat radical to our day-to-day understanding, but nonetheless that is the truth, and it can be only validated if we try to probe within ourselves through whichever path, devotion, self-inquiry, or many of the yoga paths. I think this is the good enough beginning for our Vedanta exploration. Next, we will discuss something called superimposition. Till then, Hari Om Tat Sat.